Now, with this type of music you play, you have two guitars with you today.
I do.
One is standard and one is an open tuning. Can you explain to our viewers what the difference between that?
Yeah, well, this one here, I play both standard and in drop D. So, in fact, right now it's set to drop D. Standard, of course, is what you would normally play the guitar in, just your normal standard tuning. This particular one is in drop D right now, which just means you take the bottom E or the big E and you drop it down to D. And so it just allows you to, it just gives, kind of that deeper, resonating, bassy bass string, And I write a lot with that. I usually travel with three guitars, one in this one, which I go back and forth between standard and drop D because you only have to retune the top string. So that's quick. The other one that I've got today is in open G. So that just means that if you strum all the strings without touching anything, it makes a G. And so that is a heavy player in slide guitar, because it allows you to kind of rake your slide across all the strings, and as long as you're in the right position, then all the notes are going to be correct. And then the other one that I didn't bring today, it's a resonator, and I use it for open D. Same premise as the G, just a different key. And I really do that. It's just doing a solo thing, which is what I usually do. It just keeps you from having to retune everything. Plus it gives they all sound different, so it gives a little bit of flavor, I guess, to the show. But it's also so I don't have to retune the guitar every time I play a song or change a guitar.
And I'm looking at your guitars, and they definitely look like they've had quite a wild life.
Yeah, they have this one. I can't. Well, neither one of them really. I can claim much of the abuse to as being myself. I love old nasty guitars, and I got this one from actually South Austin Music. I'll give them a plug over there right here down the street on Lamar. So if you ever go into South Austin, tell them Lincoln sent you. Maybe they'll give me something free one day. But I got this. I don't know what year this is. I have a feeling it's newer than what it looks. But I don't know what year this is. It's just an old Gibson J45. And this other one here is now this one is a legitimately old. This is a 50 some odd. I don't know what, but it's a 1950 something Silvertone guitar. So the older, the nastier, the better, in my opinion, for playing. And I say that, though, it is kind of, it's a little frustrating sometimes at the shows, because also the older they are, the harder they are to tune, which can be a little bit of it can be a little bit of a beating when you're at a show and people are just waiting for the next song, and you're having all kinds of trouble to get them to stay in tune. But I love the old, nasty guitars, because they've got character, and they've got usually just a really great sound.
We had Celeste Griffin in here a while ago with the Monarchs, and she had a guitar, and it looked a lot like one of yours. And she's like, "Yes, I got it for $25 in a thrift store."
Oh, I love those stories. Yeah,
But it's great.
Yeah, the thrift store stories, or the pawn shops, or those stories are the best. This isn't one of mine, but one of Ray's actually. He's got this cool old, funky sounding wooden resonator, and resonators are usually metal. I mean, the body is either wood or metal, but the resonator, the cone and the top part is always metal, because that's what gives it its sound. This one has wood, and it's from a long time ago, and they think it's back when they were using all the metal for the war, and so they made this one out of wood, and it gives it just this really weird, and some may think terrible, but just this, in our opinion, this is just the coolest sound of this guitar. But when he found it, I don't know, I'll butcher the story, he can tell you better, but it was actually part of the guitar. It was split in two. The neck was a completely, in a different spot, but it was in a potted plant. They had stuck it in a potted plant for decoration, and it was sticking out, and Ray saw it and was like, "What is that?" And it was the neck of the thing. And the guy said, "Well, yeah, I got the body around here somewhere, you know." And so he got it and put it together. It's just the coolest thing in the world. I love stories like that, you know, about these old funky guitars and how they got re-emerged, you know, from a potted plant.
That's probably the most unique one I've heard.